What's up, nerds? Welcome to our second ever edition of What We Are Watching.
What we're watching!
This week, I am going to give Jerry the first crack at what he's watching. Jerry, what are you watching?
I am watching a show that will bring joy to the masses. It is RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. I'm a big fan of Drag Race, first of all. Anybody who is a nerd and also loves like cosplay or anything else, this is a show you should be watching because it teaches you a lot of stuff like how to make things, how to change and beat your face. You know, these are things you can learn.
Yeah.
And this show is probably one of the most graphic, funny franchises I've seen of RuPaul's Drag Race. The ladies are hilarious. And the first guest they had of the season was the great Taika Waititi.
That's right. He's from New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
So he's down under.
And we all know why he was there, because he was filming Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's right.
So just saying. But this show is absolutely hilarious. You will not regret it.
Where can we see it?
You can watch it on. We can watch it on Wow Presents. I'm guessing lots of different franchises, different platforms.
Okay, find it yourself. Find it yourself.
Yeah, just find it. Google.
Yeah, whatever.
But you'll meet like such queens as Karen from Finance.
Karen from Finance is the greatest drag queen name I've ever heard.
Yeah. I mean, that really just gets to the point of how great drag is, and you should be watching it. And especially, it's just a good way to cleanse the soul and people's greatness. There you go. What about you?
It should not be talking about this as something that I am currently watching because I just finished it. But I highly encourage all of you to watch. And if you have watched, then you recognize what's behind me here. Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. Jupiter's Legacy, of course, is part of
they did a whole series about how I turned my homework in high school.
No, it doesn't have that little S, the S.
The Stussy.
Yeah. Jupiter's Legacy is the first piece of the Millarverse or Millerverse. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name, but on Netflix, they signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Mark Millar, who is a producer of all sorts of different comic book goodness. And Jupiter's Legacy is it's awesome. It's based on a comic, of course. It stars Josh Duhamel as the Utopian, who is kind of this like stereotypical like do-gooder, thing, and his whole family. He has his wife is Lady Liberty. He has a daughter named Chloe. I don't know if she has a superhero name on the show. She's a drug addict and just a ne'er-do-well. Son is called the Paragon, and he's just trying to live up to daddy's, image. It also stars Ben Daniels as Brainwave, who has psychic powers and is the Utopian's brother. It has a couple of kind of like nerd legacy sort of callbacks, which I thought was pretty cool. The main villain is this guy called Black Star, and it's played by Tyler Mane, who was Sabretooth in the original X-Men films. And big one for me here, George Hutchins is the name of the character. He becomes a hero called Skyfox. He's played by Matt Lanter. Matt Lanter is the voice of Anakin Skywalker on the Clone Wars. And that was like a big like woo kind of thing for me. But the show is great. It's very gory. It reminds me a little bit of The Boys, where there's just like really graphic, like gory stuff. It's their origin story. There's a whole bunch of supers who came into existence prior to World War II, and it's their whole origin story. There's a lot of time jumps that go back and forth, and it kind of addresses issues of the Depression and the Cold War, and I loved it. I'm a big history nerd, so having all those sort of historical sequences, I thought was great. So I highly recommend it. Took me about I want to say 3 nights to binge it. I think it's 8 episodes. There's not a lot. But it's great. Highly recommend it. Jerry, did you like Jupiter's Legacy? You started watching it, right?
I was 2 episodes in, I think, or maybe 2 or 3 episodes in. I got thrown off by the amount of Christianity talk, so I didn't know if I was like watching like a Left Behind series or something.
No.
So I didn't know how much time I wanted to invest.
Yeah, no, we don't have to worry about all that.
But so far, I mean, the 2 episodes I did see, I thought were, well done, and so I'll definitely finish it off.
Yeah, good. And I hope that all of you guys will too. Check out RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, which is on some channel somewhere, apparently.
Yeah, you got like a Fire Stick or Roku or something. You can find
Sure. Yeah, just Google it. Just give it a little Google. And Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. Thank you for tuning in to what we're watching. And we'll be back with another edition of what we're watching next week. Don't forget to check us out at youtube.com/themnerds on YouTube and on social media at WeThemNerds on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Just a little bitty subscribe, please.
And if you don't like it, hit that button twice.
Yeah. Wait, what? All right. That's it. Be good. Be good to each other.
Stay nerdy.
Later, nerds.